Feminine energy standards to uphold in dating. When women hire me, they're always struggling with some area of dating. Almost inevitably, standards are going to be one of them.
And not having high enough standards in dating is exhausting because it will mean that you're dating the wrong kind of men and that no matter what you do and how long you try, you will remain single.
So I want to make these standards crystal clear for you so that you can apply them in your life, start experiencing the amazing results that they deliver. I'm Alana Mackenzie Page, I'm a dating coach, and I'm the author of the best-selling dating guide, The Art of Feminine Seduction, a practical feminine energy dating guide. Today I'm going to talk about 4 standards that you absolutely must implement today to get your feminine energy dating going in a way that works, and one that I recommend from my own experience and watching my clients that is crucial for a long-term relationship that really works. But let's start at the beginning. Feminine energy is based on the teachings of feminine and masculine energy. In order to use that teaching in a way that's healthy and leads to the best possible results for you, you have to accept yourself as the primary energetic source of your life. What's that mean? It means self-responsibility. It means that you are responsible for your own experience of the world. That's in terms of perceptions, sensations, experience at some level is all happening to you because of your own energetic signature. That's not about blame or fault. It's just you accepting yourself as the primary energetic force in your world, out there interacting with everyone else's, in this case, men's world, while you are trying to build an incredible relationship. Now, standard number 1
Is that when you are talking to him or in his presence, you are still centered in yourself. It's like his presence puts you at ease and makes you feel comfortable being centered in yourself. You can think,
how does this man affect my space? And the standard is he affects it in a good way. Not he causes you to be scattered. Not he causes you to worry and be anxious and lose your mind. It's that he adds to your life in a way that helps you stay centered in yourself and feel powerful in yourself. Of course, there are other things that you can do to help yourself stay centered if you are easily dysregulated or if you struggle to stay in your own space in a relationship. But it's also true that there will just be some men out there who put you off kilter, and there will be other men whose presence is very strong and reassuring. This can be a both and. But the most important part of this standard is that you are really only spending your time, energy, and emotions on men whose presence in your life lets you stay centered in yourself. Number 2 standard is based on that awareness of yourself, and it is to be aware of your own pleasure, your own sensations of goodness and positivity within relationship. And what you are going to do with this is use it as your guiding principle for dating. What's that mean in practical terms? That means before you do anything in dating, you're going to check in with your level of enjoyment. Even before you go on a dating app, you check in with yourself. Do I want to go on a dating app? That's the real question, is do I want to? That's the pleasure question. Do I want to be in a conversation with this man? Do I want to see this person again? Do I want to share my body with him, or would I prefer not to do that at this time or potentially ever? You must use your own pleasure and your own enjoyment as the measure for what is going to happen in dating. It's a standard for yourself that can get messed up when you get into relating to other people. That means you are more likely to break your own boundaries when they're involved. So what you want to be training yourself to do as a baseline standard is to notice your own enjoyment and your own desire first. From there, going on a dating app because you would love to be on a dating app. Having a conversation with a man because you are having a good time in conversation. If you're not having a good conversation with a man and you're not having a good time, that's where the standard comes in. You don't need to be in that conversation in an online dating app anymore. Later in a relationship, it's very important to be able to manage conflict and to be able to move through things with people. But in online dating, there are so many people. And if you spend your energy on men who are in conflict almost immediately upon meeting you, or who are nasty, who make you feel uncomfortable, or who generally make you feel unworthy, like not worthy of their time, that's a standard of no thank you. This video is your permission to not engage with those people anymore. Dating should be feeding you energy. This is that feminine principle of receptivity. You should be receiving energy from your dating life. And so any connection that is not feeding you in a positive way that adds goodness to your life, it's not for you. And that is a standard you have to set for yourself and maintain. And I know that can be really hard to do if you're not practiced at that, and if you sort of subconsciously expect less in dating. The standard is those men are no longer able to access your energy. You have to let them go. The third baseline standard is he has to be able to carry on a conversation. He has to come up with some of the questions, some of the new additions to the conversation have to come from him. Your online dating conversations or your date conversations should feel a little bit like a tennis match or a dance, because what you are doing is showing each other how much relational intelligence you have. And you need him to have relational intelligence in order to be a good match. A lot of women get caught up in how good are these conversations, what is going wrong here, why doesn't he respond, this and that. If he is not able to carry on a conversation, he's just not a good match. That's all that means, is that he's not a good match for you. And look, there is again nuance, because potentially you could have a stronger feminine communication style, in which case you need to be reading The Art of Feminine Seduction or take the Art of Feminine Seduction self-study course, because there are ways that you can have get to know you conversations with people that really make them feel like you're important and hot, and men will want to talk to you more after they have these conversations with you.
That is totally possible.
And also, you want him to show up to the table with strong communication skills. So if he doesn't have those, no matter what you do and how interesting you are, it's not going to change the other side of the table. So you have to become okay with having that high standard of must be able to carry on great conversations, again, that make you feel good. They have to be conversations that you enjoy. Otherwise, he's not a good match. And the fourth absolute baseline feminine standard that you need to have in dating is that he instills trust in you. So more specifically, that means he follows through on the things he says he's going to do. He uses open and honest communication. You can tell that what he says is the truth, and there aren't things that make you doubt that what he's saying to you is the true case of his life. It also means he's let you know if there are facts in his life that might be deal breakers for you, like the fact that he is not yet divorced, or how many children he has and what kind of arrangement he has in taking care of those children, or diseases that might affect you and your life in the long run. Third thing that means is that he is still respectful to you even when he disagrees with you. This is a fundamental relationship skill and will show you his emotional intelligence almost immediately. He needs to be able to handle himself even when he disagrees with something. So he needs to still be respectful to you even when he isn't happy about something. The fifth standard, and this is one I simply recommend from experience and from knowing the kind of women that are working on themselves and learning about feminine energy, and that is that you want a man with a growth mindset. So he, for himself, is on a growth journey. And it doesn't have to look like yours. This is one of the things that is really fascinating about being with my husband, is his growth journey looks really different from mine, and it's actually incredibly inspiring and a complete honor for me to watch his journey unfold. So you do not need to match up with a man that you are dating. Like, you don't have to have a specific way that, oh, he's on this particular growth path and so am I, so that's what we need. But he should at least have some awareness of things like self-accountability. He at least is able to take responsibility for his own life, and that he's invested in growing in relationship with you. You just won't receive the same level of support and partnership if you don't have a partner who is in that with you. So keep those standards in mind. You are spending your time on men who you're still able to stay centered in yourself while in connection with them, that you only entertain dating connections that bring you enjoyment, that you are only talking to men whose presence in your life adds positively, that they are able to carry on excellent conversations that you also enjoy, and that all of his actions and words and the energetic gifts he gives to you all instill trust. If he has a growth mindset, you are that much more likely to go the distance, and that's what I want for you. So if you want that for yourself, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.